Yo, what's poppin', everybody? Welcome to video numero cuatro. My name is Gabriel Ramirez. This is the My Comic News and Review, and today we're going to be talking about Moon Knight, the Disney Plus show, the MCU show, Moon Knight, the latest Marvel show. There's still other stuff coming, but right now this is the only thing we can watch. Moon Knight. It's the fourth episode. The fourth episode is already out. I actually just watched it. I wanted to watch it and kind of have a fresh take on all this. I like this show. And I gotta be 100% real. I don't know who the Moon Knight is. I never really paid attention to him, nor did I kind of look up his comics. I always thought his suit was super awesome, but I feel like his suit was so awesome that I kind of just left it there, and I never really wanted to know more for some reason because I was scared that maybe I wouldn't like him. I don't know. I'm kind of just getting deep into my thoughts. Moon Knight has never been my character. I don't know shit about him. So I actually had to do some research on Moon Knight, and according to what I read, Moon Knight is kind of like Marvel's Batman, but totally opposite. Obviously, look at the suits, right? Batman's all dark and scary. Moon Knight actually just looks like a cool superhero. Batman looks more like a villain. From what I've read, Moon Knight, Mark Spector, Stephen Grant, these characters, I think Mark Spector is the one that's actually more like Bruce Wayne. He's a very rich dude. He's very well trained in hand-to-hand combat. He knows how to use weapons, and he makes a lot of his own weapons to use when he's dressed as Moon Knight. It's cool to kind of learn about Moon Knight watching this show, and then doing my minor research that I did online here on this laptopies. It's kind of cool to see their take on this. I think that they're definitely not doing this like they do in the comics. It's not as accurate. I don't think Khonshu actually has a very big role in the comics the way he does in this show. I think he gets revived by Khonshu, but he doesn't get any powers from him in the comics. In the show, Khonshu is like his source of his abilities and his powers and his strength and his healing. So they took a different route with this, which I totally love because it's all about the Egyptian, mythology and the lore, and that's one thing that I've always been a huge fan of, especially since you kind of had to be a fan of that Egyptian mythology if you grew up watching the Mummy, Brendan Fraser movies, which this is totally giving me those vibes. I love the archaeology vibes. I love the Egyptian lore, the pyramids and the gods, and totally my scene. I love that kind of shit. It relates to my comic book that I'm writing, and it's currently getting drawn out, and it will be here soon. But it's archaeology kind of stuff. Archaeologists, kind of real history. I love when superhero shows kind of tap into real history. It always makes it fun and exciting. One thing I totally love about this show is that I feel like this show is kind of made for a different crowd than a lot of the other Disney shows were kind of made for. That might sound weird, but this one's definitely a little darker, scarier, but still has the ability to kind of make you feel happy and comfortable. If you just saw this last episode, in episode 4, they straight up showed this mummy taking one of these mercenary dudes and kind of gutting him like an animal. And they didn't show all of that, but they do show him, having him on a table with the camera to his back, and you can tell he's kind of ripping out his organs. So it's super cool that they actually did that, and it was really scary. It was really dark. I wasn't even on my couch, so I was like, whoa, that was kind of freaky. Never really got that out of a Marvel movie or show or any Marvel MCU content. So good job on that, Moon Knight. All of the characters are super cool. Oscar Isaac, he's totally killing this whole multiple personality this multiple personality disorder that he's really pulling off of being Mark Spector and Stephen Grant, and one having a very, obvious accent and the other one being more Americanized. He does an amazing job. Ethan Hawke is super sick. He's always been a very cool actor that I've always admired, and I love him in a lot of stuff that he comes out in. I can't think of any at the moment, but I know that I'm a super big fan of him, so it's cool to actually see him be this villain in the MCU. Good job, Ethan Hawke. You're now in the MCU. You're kind of immortal now on movies, because I feel like these movies are going to be watched, or shows are going to be watched for ever. I really don't have that much to say on this show, other than I like it, and it's cool, and it definitely has the same kind of formula that the MCU movies and shows and content have. There's always got to be an upbeat song, and leaves you on a cliffhanger. It just kind of has the system down very well, and this is total proof that it works. Honestly, I think there's 6 episodes left, so I probably won't make another video about Moon Knight until it ends. Maybe they're gonna kind of drop in on some, I don't know, another character. I think it's gonna hint towards this werewolf character that's also in the MCU. I think he's a kind of a anti-hero. I don't know much about him either, but I can't wait to see what they introduce. It seems like everything that MCU is pushing out is just good content and it's super entertainable. You guys let me know what you think about the show. If you guys are super into it the way I am, if you like everything about it that I said, if you disagree with me, if you think the show sucks, I guess, let me know. Hit the like and the subscribe, and I'm gonna put the link or my name for my Instagram. I don't know how to put the link in my bio. I gotta learn how to do that shit. I'm gonna watch a YouTube video about it, and then I'll make a YouTube video about it. Just kidding. Right after this, I'm gonna watch Halo. On my Instagram page, if you follow me, I'll put posts sometimes or polls sometimes to pick what my next video should be about. And the reason I'm doing Moon Knight first is because it was Moon Knight versus Halo and Moon Knight won. Now let me get one thing straight here. That's the only reason I'm doing the Moon Knight video first. Because I really want to talk about Halo. Because I have always been a Master Chief Halo video game fan. And this show, dude, is just doing some weird shit. Not really into it. But that's why I want to talk about it so much. And I know a lot of people, a lot of my friends really get down with Halo too. So I really want to kind of argue with them. Because I know some of them that just love everything that comes out. And I'm more bitter and kind of lame. I'm a critic. Why do you think I decided to make a YouTube page? But that's going to be my next video. I'm actually going to sit down and watch it right now and hopefully record it too and edit both of these videos and obviously put Moon Knight first because it won. But good night, you guys. Thank you guys for watching my other video numero cuatro. Again, I'm Gabe Ramirez, and this is the Mayan Comic News and Review. I hope you guys watch the rest of my videos. Good night, you guys. Peace.